Haunted caves, just the name sends shivers down your spine. They are dark, echoing places where secrets whisper on the wind, what lurks in those shadows, what unseen eyes watch your every move. I'm drawn to these places. I can't help myself. It's an obsession, a need to confront the fear that claws at the edges of the unknown. The darkness calls to me. It whispers of forgotten stories, of ancient rituals, and of things that go bump in the night. I've spent years exploring these haunted hollows, each one a chilling journey into the heart of fear. I've seen things, heard things that would make your blood run cold, but still, I'm drawn back. The darkness is a siren song, and I am powerless to resist its pull. Join me, if you dare, as we descend into the depths of some of the most haunted caves on Earth. Let's see if we can survive the spine-chilling encounters that await us. From the catacombs of Paris to the caverns of Kentucky, haunted caves exist all over the world. Each one has its own unique history, its own legends and lore. Some are said to be haunted by the spirits of those who died within their depths, while others are rumored to be home to creatures of darkness. There's something primal about our fear of caves. Maybe it's the darkness, the feeling of being trapped, or the knowledge that we're venturing into the unknown. Whatever the reason, caves have always been seen as places of mystery and danger. Haunted caves aren't confined to one corner of the world. Oh no, they're everywhere. Like a dark secret whispered from one trembling soul to another, the stories of these haunted places span the globe. Each culture, each civilization seems to have its own terrifying tales to tell. Take the Aokigahara suicide forest at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. This dense, eerie woodland is shrouded in legends of restless spirits and malevolent entities. Locals whisper of ghostly apparitions appearing through the trees, their sorrow and despair palpable in the very air. Then there's the catacombs beneath Paris, a labyrinth of bones holding the remains of millions. Imagine the energy, the residual echoes of so many souls. It's no surprise that people report feeling a cold touch, hearing whispers in the darkness, or even seeing ghostly figures gliding through the tunnels. But it's not just Japan and France. Head over to Mexico, and you'll find the Cueva de los Cristales, the Cave of Crystals. This natural wonder is home to towering, luminous crystals, but it's also said to be haunted by ancient spirits, guardians of the crystals who resent any disturbance. And we can't forget about the Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee, a place so infamous, so steeped in dark history, that it deserves its own chilling chapter. Deep in the heart of Kentucky lies the Mammoth Cave National Park, home to the longest known cave system in the world. Over 400 miles of explored passages wind their way beneath the earth, a subterranean labyrinth of vast chambers, narrow tunnels, and underground rivers. It's a place of breathtaking beauty, but also one with a dark side. For within the depths of Mammoth Cave, shadows move and whispers echo with stories of the dead. Native American legends speak of spirits trapped within the cave, their souls unable to find peace. There are stories of lost miners, their ghostly pickaxes ringing out in the darkness, forever searching for a way out. Visitors to the cave have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking at the edge of their vision, feeling cold spots, and hearing disembodied voices. One of the most haunted areas within the Mammoth Cave system is said to be the Violet City. Named for the violet-colored gypsum crystals found there, this section of the cave is said to be haunted by the spirit of a young Native American woman who died there centuries ago. Visitors claim to hear her mournful cries echoing through the tunnels, a chilling reminder of the tragedies that have unfolded within the Earth's embrace. Journey across the Atlantic to England, and you'll find yourself in Chislehurst, Kent. Beneath the unassuming streets lies a network of man-made tunnels, the Chislehurst Caves. Used for centuries for everything from mining to wartime shelters, these caves have absorbed countless stories, both mundane and macabre. But it's the darkness that clings to these tunnels, the sense of unseen eyes watching your every move, that has cemented their reputation as one of the most haunted places in Britain. Some say the caves are haunted by the spirits of druids who performed rituals within their depths centuries ago. Others whisper of a ghostly monk who roams the tunnels, his mournful chants echoing through the darkness. And then there are the stories of the Black Dog, a spectral hound said to be an omen of death, its glowing red eyes striking terror into the hearts of those unfortunate enough to encounter it. During World War II, the caves were used as air raid shelters, providing refuge for thousands seeking safety from the bombs raining down above. But even in the midst of war, the darkness held its own terrors. People spoke of feeling unseen hands brush against them in the crowded darkness, of hearing whispers and moans coming from the depths of the earth. To this day, visitors to the Chislehurst Caves report feeling a sense of dread, a feeling of being watched, as if the very walls themselves are soaked in fear. Now I know what you're thinking. Some of you are shaking your heads, rolling your eyes, thinking, James, come on, ghosts in caves? Isn't it more likely the wind whistling through tunnels or bats flapping in the dark? And yeah, I get it, skepticism is healthy, it keeps us grounded. I'm not asking you to blindly believe every spooky story you hear. But here's the thing about haunted caves. The skepticism that surrounds them is part of what makes them so fascinating. It's a tug of war between logic and the unexplained, between reason and the possibility that something exists beyond our understanding. And it's a debate that's raged for centuries. See, it's easy to dismiss ghost stories as the product of overactive imaginations, especially when you're sitting comfortably in a well-lit room. But venture into the darkness of a cave, feel the temperature drop, hear the silence broken only by the drip of water. It makes you question everything. It makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's more to these stories than meets the eye. We live in a world obsessed with evidence. We want proof, something tangible to sink our teeth into, and when it comes to haunted caves, the evidence, while often debated, can be downright chilling. Take EVPs, for example. Electronic voice phenomena. These are sounds captured on audio recordings that weren't audible at the time, disembodied voices whispering from beyond the veil. I've heard them myself, clear as day, voices responding to our questions, sometimes even calling us by name. Then there are the photographs, orbs of light appearing in the darkness, unexplained shadows lurking in the corners. Some dismiss them as dust particles or camera glitches, but I've seen photos where the images are so clear, so undeniably eerie, that it sends shivers down your spine. And let's not forget the physical evidence. People report being touched, scratched, even pushed by unseen forces in these caves. I felt it myself, that icy touch that leaves you breathless, the feeling of someone or something brushing past you in the darkness. These experiences, they stay with you, long after you've left the cave, a chilling reminder that we're not alone. Section 3, History's Ghosts, When Legends Turn to Fact. What truly elevates haunted caves beyond mere ghost stories is their connection to history, to documented events that send shivers down your spine. These aren't just campfire tales, these are places where the veil between the living and the dead seems tissue-thin, where the echoes of the past bleed into the present. Take the Sedlec ossuary in the Czech Republic, a Roman Catholic chapel adorned with the bones of over 40,000 people. Imagine the weight of that history, the sheer number of souls that passed through those walls. It's no wonder that visitors report feeling a palpable sense of unease, of being watched by unseen eyes. Or consider the catacombs of Rome, a labyrinth of underground tunnels stretching for miles beneath the city. Used as burial grounds for centuries, these catacombs are steeped in history, in the stories of the countless souls laid to rest within their walls. It's said that the spirits of early Christians, persecuted and killed for their beliefs, still wander these tunnels, their whispers a testament to their suffering. Section 1, The Bell Witch, a Legacy of Terror. Of all the haunted caves I've investigated, none hold a more sinister reputation than the Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee. This isn't just a spooky spot with a few ghost stories. This is a place where evil took root, where a malevolent entity tormented a family for years, and where its presence is still felt today. The story begins in the early 1800s with John Bell and his family. They moved to this remote part of Tennessee, seeking a fresh start. Little did they know they were stepping into a nightmare. It started subtly, strange noises in the night, objects moving on their own, but it quickly escalated. The entity, which the family came to call the Bell Witch, made itself known, its voice a chilling rasp that seemed to emanate from the very walls of their home. The Bell Witch was relentless, targeting John Bell in particular. It taunted him, scratched him, even poisoned him, leading to his slow and agonizing death. The family, terrorized and broken, could only watch as the entity wreaked havoc on their lives. Section 2. The Dare Whispers in the Dark. Years later, the Bell Farm lay abandoned, the farmhouse crumbling into dust. But the cave on the property, the place where the Bell Witch was said to reside, remained. It became a macabre tourist attraction, drawing in thrill-seekers and paranormal investigators alike, eager to experience the darkness firsthand. I remember the first time I visited the Bell Witch Cave. It was with my team from Ghost Adventures, and we were all buzzing with a mixture of anticipation and dread. I had heard the stories, of course, but nothing could prepare me for the oppressive atmosphere that enveloped us the moment we stepped inside. We were there to document the cave, to see if we could capture any evidence of the Bell Witch's presence. We set up our cameras, our EVP recorders, our hearts pounding in our chests. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of our own breathing. The air was thick with anticipation, with the weight of expectation. We were about to step into the belly of the beast. We spent hours in the cave that night, calling out to the Bell Witch, daring it to show itself. The silence was broken only by the occasional creak of the cave walls or the distant sound of water dripping. We were starting to think that maybe the legends were just that, legends. And then it happened. One of my cameramen, Billy, suddenly stiffened. "Guys," he whispered, his voice tight with fear. "Do you hear that?" We all froze, listening intently. At first there was nothing but the silence. And then, faint but unmistakable, we heard it. A low growl, deep and guttural, emanating from the darkness beyond the reach of our lights. It wasn't a sound any of us could explain. It wasn't an animal, and it certainly wasn't the wind. This was something else, something ancient and malevolent, something that sent chills down our spines and raised goosebumps on our arms. The growl seemed to hang in the air, a palpable presence that pressed down on us, suffocating us with fear. Then, as quickly as it had started, it stopped. The silence returned, heavier and more oppressive than before. We didn't need to say anything. We all knew it was time to leave. We packed up our gear, our movements hurried and clumsy, our eyes darting nervously into the darkness. As we made our way out of the cave, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, that something was following us. We never saw the Bell Witch that night, not with our own eyes, but we heard it, and that was enough. We left the Bell Witch Cave shaken to our core, forever changed by our encounter with the unknown. And as we drove away from that cursed place, I couldn't help but think that some things are best left undisturbed, some mysteries are better left unsolved. We've journeyed together to some of the most haunted, most chilling caves on Earth. We've explored the legends, confronted the skepticism, and even peered into the eyes of fear ourselves. But what have we learned? What truths linger in the echoing darkness of these subterranean labyrinths? Haunted caves are more than just spooky stories. They are testaments to the power of belief, to the enduring human need to make sense of the unknown. They remind us that we are just visitors in this world, sharing space with forces we may never fully understand. The echoes of those who came before us, the whispers of their experiences, linger in the air, a chilling chorus reminding us that we are not alone. Whether you believe in ghosts or dismiss them as mere figments of our imagination, there's no denying the hold that haunted caves have on our collective psyche. They are places of mystery, of wonder, and of fear, reminding us that there are still things in this world that defy explanation, that challenge our understanding of what is real. So the next time you find yourself standing at the mouth of a cave, feel the chill in the air, and hear the wind whispering through the darkness, remember the stories we've shared. Remember the chilling encounters, the unexplained phenomena, the lingering sense of dread. What do you believe? Have you had your own experiences in haunted places? Encounters that sent shivers down your spine and left you questioning everything you thought you knew? Share your stories in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going, let's explore the darkness together. And don't forget to subscribe for more spine-chilling adventures, more explorations into the heart of the paranormal. The hunt for the truth is never-ending, and we're just getting started. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay spooked.